we're gonna get food from this. Look at my little flowers, they're going crazy. I got cucumbers, I got spaghetti squash coming on, I got squash down there. I haven't got anything from the garden yet this year, but this is just covered in grass. See, these grass have roots in them, and they just take over the whole garden, which is not. Hi guys, I'm back, and you guys guess what these 3 trees are? Because these 2 are the same. This one is avocado, this is a Chicago. These are pawpaw trees, which hopefully I can plant them in the spring. Last year I planted them right as soon as we got them, and they died throughout the winter. So this year I'm going to plant them early in the spring. And this one, never going outside. Well, it's going outside in the summertime. In the spring, I'm going to put it in a grow bag, like a 30-gallon grow bag. And then at that point, it should have enough room. I'll put it outside in the summer and bring it in the wintertime. This one's going outside in the spring also. It's a hardy Chicago fig, which most people think we can't grow figs around here. But there is 1 or 2 varieties we can grow, which is this kind. There's another variety too. I don't know why they give us a one with a fork. Fork trees aren't the best trees. They need to be straight like this. So we'll probably have to come through and cut off this limb and that limb so it goes kind of straight. Maybe we'll have to prune it. We'll see how it grows by springtime. But yeah, these should be big enough pots for this because I don't think they have very much roots on them to begin with. Yeah, they should be big enough for that. We might have to repot those. I don't know yet. But yeah, it'll be fun, right, Jake? Right. Anyways, guys, let's get this. I'm gonna take my dog for a walk. We're taking up the road. I've been taking up the road even though I'm not to walk my uncle's dog more because he kind of likes it and it's really dark here. Sorry about that, you can't see me. So yeah, let's get this day started. We'll cut back. Oh, before we go, I'm gonna show you guys my horrible garden I talked about yesterday. So yeah, let's get this day started. So hi guys, I'm back. Before I'm gonna have my dog with me, but I'm gonna walk him. But first we're gonna show you the gardens. Come on, Jake. Wait. Oh, he's in the bathroom. Sorry, Jake. I didn't mean to pull on you. Sorry, Jake. It's okay, buddy. Phew, he's a bustin'. Should have been out here sooner. This garden down here is not that bad. It just has a bunch of grass in it, which is hard to do because our grass grows by root. They grow by roots. Like what do you call them? There's a name for it. They grow by roots and not seeds. They grow by seeds too, but before that they put out roots, and their roots can grow from that, which is a pain in the butt. The only way you really get rid of it is if you dig it up, and then you wait like a week or 2, dig up again, and you wait like a week or 2. Actually, the best way to do it would be to tarp it, dig up, and then dig it up again after like 2 weeks, but we don't really have time for that around here because by the time we do that, because they say it takes like 2 weeks for it to kill anything, but 2 weeks around here is a long time. That's a long, but yeah, here, this garden, we're gonna get food from this. Look at my little flowers, they're going crazy. I got cucumbers, I got spaghetti squash coming on, I got squash down there. I haven't got anything from the garden yet this year, but this is just covered in grass. See, these grass have roots in them, and they just take over the whole garden, which is not. Look, there's a bee pollinating my cucumbers. It's good. We got all these little flowers. Look at these flowers down here. Come this way. Jake, you don't want to walk through the garden. We also have sweet potatoes, which I didn't get very many sweet potatoes, but we might get 1 or 2 from them. The sweet potatoes love this heat, by the way. They're about the only thing that was growing pretty well. Look, we got all kinds of tomatoes now. These look completely different than. Look, we got tomatoes all over them, but I don't know if we're going to get any tomatoes off because, Jake, we should have been getting stuff on there. Look at these flowers. We got pink flowers. Got pink, reds. Oh, there's a butterfly. Look at that. That is like a picturesque garden. Bam, 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 boom. And there's beetles eating my flowers. What kind of beetles eat flowers? Have no squash yet, but I have to be checking that every day because they got blooms that should be coming on pretty quick. Once you start getting blooms and you get squash, come on, Jake. We gotta get this way. Come on, Jake. I want to show them this garden, Jake, and then we'll go through it. This garden is just a lost cause at this point. But the only thing we could do for this garden is just go around and chop down the weeds around the plants and keep the walkways like this. I can't even find something came in and ate all my, we have a groundhog or something, or a rabbit, one of the two, because we got rabbits and groundhogs. Either one could eat it, but they came down and ate all of our greens, my broccoli, my cabbages, my kale, none of my Swiss chards. Lettuce didn't come up this year because it wasn't fluffy enough soil, because lettuce is hard to germinate unless the soil is really fluffy. And no carrots either, because they're hard to germinate too. So, yeah, but I'll show you this thing is just a lost cause. Once we go let it go, we'll go through and harvest it what we can. There might be actually some greens in here ready to harvest. I just can't find them, and I haven't really been in here in like 2 weeks. Because one, it's super. Jake, come on, stop being stupid. There's like greens in here somewhere. We're probably gonna get corn, but we also have these stupid things. These things are annoying. These are our main weeds. These things, I forget what they're called, but yeah, those are annoying. And they're everywhere, which is our main weed in here. And then we have clover just literally everywhere. Clover took over the whole garden. There is like 30 plants in here, and half of them got ate, and then the other half got bug ate. Up there we got squash coming on and tomatoes. We're gonna get some of them. Potatoes are ready to harvest. We're gonna go dig them up soon. Actually, we're gonna dig them up like probably this weekend. If it doesn't, the thing is, it's been raining. The garden is suffering this year because it's been. In order to do that, I got to be out there like all day doing that to put the weeds around them, planting that garden, which would take like an all-day job. And I don't get up till like 12 to 2. So by the time I get up, it's already roaring hotter. It's already been pouring rain down, and I don't get up early enough. And we can't work out there in the nighttime because we ain't got no lights out here to see anything. And yeah, so the garden is suffering. I need like a salt like 8 hours one day to just go out there and work in the garden. And then if I work in the garden from like when I get up from like 12 to like dark, like 3 to 4 hours, it's gonna be like 80. Like right now, it's hot. It's like 85 degrees, but it feels like it's really humid out. But actually, it's not that bad today. It's definitely not humid, so it's not that bad. So I'm lying. Look at these butterflies, man. Anyways, it's just weird. The garden is just suffering. If it was like it was last year, where we didn't have very many weed pushers, like we dug it up, and then I just went out there like once a week and just used the hoe and just cut all the plants out before they grew too big, it'd be fine. But this year, I couldn't do that because it wasn't soft enough to go through there with the hoe because we didn't dig it up and we had a bunch of debris. So this year, I'm gonna go through there with the lawnmower, mow it. I'm gonna mow it with the push mower, and then we're gonna dig it up, and then we're going to throw. We're just gonna grow like grass seeds, no more clover. We're gonna grow triticale, rye, winter rye. You can't grow regular rye because ryegrass is a pain in the butt to get ready. You gotta grow winter rye. I'm gonna grow winter rye, triticale, probably a wheat, probably an oat, and that should be it. And then and hairy veg because they flower and they add nitrogen to stuff. So yeah, that's what we're gonna grow this year. And all of them are easy to kill. Clover is hard to kill. You gotta dig up clover. So that way, and then in the spring, maybe we're going to try to get a tarp, and we're going to cut down with a lawnmower in the spring and tarp it for 2 weeks and plant in that, which should work. They say 2 weeks, so you need to kill stuff, but I don't know. That's how we're going to try to do a no-till. No-till, like the other way where we just cut down the stuff, didn't work because there's too many roots in the thing. So, and yeah, and it's too much debris to plant in. Like the debris is ridiculous. When the rye gets big like that, the debris is just too tall. That way, if we don't gotta wait as long for the rye to get so tall, so it won't be as much debris, and we can cut it with the lawnmower before it gets really, really tall, and then the lawnmower chops it up real fine, and then you tarp it, and in about 2 weeks, the roots inside will die in the ground, and it should be boom, boom, bam, ready to go. And then after that, we can take that tarp and put it on another garden plot and make a new plot. Hopefully, I want to make a new plot, because I want another plot for the 2 plots we have now. I would like to have 1 in corn, 1 in potatoes, and then another plot 30 by 40 for, okay, the plot over there next to the house, we could put like, I want to be able to put like tomatoes, peppers, and greens in there, right? Just about every year. And then I want another plot to put watermelons. I want to put a whole plot of like spaghetti squash, because I've been big on spaghetti squash lately. I've been big on spaghetti squash lately because I've been doing keto. Spaghetti squash is your best friend. I've been making ramen noodles out of it, which is amazing. Now I grow my own because they're kind of expensive to buy. And plus, sometimes store, they don't even label them right as spaghetti squash. Because when my mom went and first bought some, she bought spaghetti squash. It was labeled at the store, but it was actually acorn squash. Or butternut squash. Some one of the two. I'm not sure what it was. But yeah, spaghetti squash. Big fan of it. Yeah. But other than that, this year the garden, we'll get corn, tomatoes. We've already got a couple peppers. But other than that, the green didn't do nothing. We'll probably get cucumbers too. And maybe probably potatoes. And probably sweet potatoes. But other than that, we didn't get... I was wanting to get a bunch of greens, dehydrate and make a bunch of powder out of them, but it didn't happen this year. So, my bad. And also, that's another thing you have to eat when you're on keto, is a bunch of leafy vegetables like spinach, cabbage, greens. Green beans are good for you. Kale is awesome. What I did was I just took all of them out of the garden, ground them up, dehydrated them, ground them up into like a powder, and sprinkle on my eggs in the morning, because eggs is a big thing on keto. By the way, guys, I've been losing a lot of weight on keto, and I haven't even been exercising that much like I used to. When I was dieting, like, by just restricting calories and eating, like, still eating a bunch of carbs, I was still losing weight, but I had to exercise like crazy to do it. This way, I'm actually in a calorie deficit. I'm not even hungry, which is cool. Usually when I'm on a diet, I'm starving to death at night, and I just gotta go fall asleep before I eat anything, or eat like a protein bar before I go to bed, which has like 200 more calories, which is sometimes pretty friendly. And then I would work out like a madman. But this way, I don't have to work out very much. I just walk up down the road. And that's it. That's my exercise for the day. And then I do work out in the garden, so I'm gonna do other stuff. But yeah, this way I don't gotta. It's way easier being a calorie deficit with like keto than any other form, because you eat a lot more volume of food. Because meat is very filling, also like the fat. Oh look, we made it all the way to the top of the mountain. I didn't even cut yet. This is a long cut in the video. Usually I like to make my cuts like every 5 minutes and make a new part of the video, but oh well, this is fine. I am still recording, right? Yeah, making sure I'm still recording. Come on, Jake. Let's go this way. Come on. Let's go say hi to the gas wall. Whew. One of these days, I'm gonna do a video out here. What I really want to do is get like a bunch of people out here in like this field. See all this big field we have, and all this and all these woods. I want to come out here with like a group of like 10 or 15 people. I don't even know 10 or 15 people anymore. I mean, I do, but not like friends that are close enough to be in YouTube videos. You know, I want to come here with like have like a giant airsoft war video. One of these videos. Come on, Jake. Say out to the gas wall. Just high back. Anyway, guys, I'll cut back and yeah, this video, like, it would be awesome to have like an air war out here. You could go out and hide in like the woods down the road, like down behind our field, and you have that field and you have this field, and you can get in the middle. And this, I want to put like 30 airsoft guns out in like the middle of the field, so you gotta like it basically be like a Hunger Games in real life, but with airsoft guns. And if you get shot, you have like a target that like lights up or something, and then bam, everyone last one standing wins. And our property is the whole play area, and everything else is fair game. You can hide, do whatever you want, and see how long it takes for the last person to survive. I think Mr. Beast has done a video like this before, but yeah, I've been wanting to do that. I actually want to do it way before Mr. Beast did, but I never had the money or friends or airsoft guns, because it'd be a lot of money to buy like 30 airsoft guns and like know 15 people. I don't even know 15 people that would want to do it, but yeah, we can do it with paintball guns. Paintball guns would hurt though. Airsoft guns hurt, but they're not like nowhere near that painful as paintball guns. Anyways, guys, just me rambling. I'll talk to you guys in a few minutes. So bye, guys. I'm back. I'm looking for the kitties, but they're not out yet. I don't know where they are. They disappear sometimes. Oh, there it comes on. Did I wake you up? Huh? Did I wake you up? Come here. Did I wake you up? Say hi to the camera. Come here. Say hi to the camera. Oh, you're got a fat stomach on you. Look at you. Say hi to the camera. Say hi. Yeah. They still haven't ate any actual food yet. We need to get them to eat sooner rather than later. Hey, 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 calm down. Here, here, here. Let go of me. 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 Kitty, come on. Hey. Kitty, let go of me. Say hi to the camera. Ah. You can stay there for a minute. I'll pick you up a minute. They like to grab onto my shirt and not let go. Your babies are terrorizing the house. They're actually not, but it will be in a couple weeks. Once they get a little bit bigger, they'll start tearing everything up, and they're already starting to bite my shoes. They're already starting to tease. They're chewing on stuff, which is not the best. They're chewing on my flip, especially when it's not this one. It's the flippy one, or the ash color one that we're gonna call something. I don't know what we're gonna call it. Mama, 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 kitty, mama, kitty cat. Did you guys see the garden? How bad it is? That grass is like actually like this high from the ground. Some of it, and it's ragweed. Most of it is. The ragweed took over once the clover died, because the ragweed grew up between the clover, and now we got, yeah. So what we're gonna do is, once everything's done, I might go out there and try to cut away from some of the plants with like a scythe or something. Maybe in weed would probably be best because it's so high. But some of the plants we'll probably down here is our best bet to get. We'll get tomatoes, cucumbers, and spaghetti squash, and probably a couple of but in here we have peppers and tomatoes, more tomatoes and peppers. So I really wish we could. I don't know. The garden was a fail this year. The plan is, oh, there's another kitty cat. Where'd you come from, huh? This is the one that eats my shoes all day. Yeah, they got bad eyeball stuff going on too. So I've been cleaning out their eyes every couple hours. Oh, like 3 times a day. In the morning they get really bad. They get closed and I can't open them, which is not good. Mama, you're not doing a good job taking care of it. Actually, you did a pretty good job, Mama. I can't believe you had 3 of them. You're so tiny. Yeah, I can't believe you had 3 babies. You're so tiny. Look, it follows me around. It follows me around everywhere. Anyways, like that garden out here is about a lost cause. We'll probably get corn from it because the corn didn't really come up too well. It was hard to germinate in that. People online say, oh, all you gotta do is just cut down and plant seeds in it and transplant, and it's hard to even dig it because it, and then it just I don't know. what I want to try next year, if we even try it next year, we'll probably just do what we did last year, because last year was the best garden we had in years, which is, you just dig it up twice a year, well, once in the spring with the cover crop on it, and then boom, done. And then in the fall, you go out and you hoe the whole garden up with our, it's not a wheel hoe, I keep wanting to say a wheel hoe, but it's actually kind of like that. If we had a wheel hoe, we could make a lot bigger garden, because wheel hoes are like hoes you just walk behind, which is a lot easier than it's a stirrup hoe. There's another name for it, I can't remember what it's called. A U-hoe, a stirrup hoe, whatever you want to call it. You just got there, it does it super quick, it just cuts the grass and the weeds and out. It's pretty cool, but yeah, it's pretty well, it's not time consuming. You could do that small place out here in like 30 minutes if you really get at it, but if it's really hot most of the time, so it probably takes like 45 minutes to an hour. And then that's what we did last year. We just dug up in the spring with the cover crop on top, and then we planted everything in, and then we once a week went out there and hoed everything, even though nothing growing. And then that basically kept the weeds down. And then I went out there and put everything out, and I went out there later that fall and just fluffed it all up and then threw out the cover crop seeds. Boom, done. So it's pretty cool stuff, right? Right, kitty cats. Anyways, but it's basically this year it's a lost cause. This is what happens usually in our garden. We just get overwhelmed with weeds, and this year's been ridiculous with weeds because one, we had clover, which was a pain in the butt to begin with, and then I didn't want to get and mess with it. I was cutting it back once or twice a week. Well, once a week, every couple weeks. I was up there with a scythe, but you ever have to bend over with a scythe and cut around plants, and it takes like 2 hours, and it was a pain in the butt. And I cut down some plants doing it that way. And then they just grow right back because clover doesn't die when you cut it, which is a pain in the butt also. So, yeah. But the cool thing is, that garden should be really full of weeds, or full of nutrients, especially if we cut it down with I plan on letting it, I might go out there and try to cut it back with like a scythe, or maybe a weed eater, just cut down so it doesn't go to seed. Because once that stuff goes to seed, it's hard to get out of there. And there's not really anything in seed right now, except for maybe the stuff. And then next year, we're just going to, at the end of the year, we're going to have my uncle dig them both up and plant cover crops in both of them, which is probably going to be hairy vetch, triticale, rye, and maybe an oat. Because the different varieties you have, they do different things in different bacteria in your soil. Because the root exudates, adds, like, they go out and they say, hey, we want different stuff. So you can plant just one cover crop if that's all you want. Like, rye is obviously the best. That's our best, most specific cover. But if you want to have a nitrogen fixture, it's best to have a nitrogen fixture and just one for biomass, because rye is good for biomass and loosening up the soil, because they have really deep roots that like spread out, and like they can go down like 4 feet in nice soil. But our ground out here, you can go down like a foot and eat rock. So you hit rock is what I mean. I've showed it out here before. If you go out here where they dug the holes for where they dug out I want to say trenches, but that's not the word. Where they dug out the hey kitty, be nice. Hey. Be nice to baby kitty. You ain't even gonna protect them? You ain't gonna protect them from them? Huh? She was hissing at your babies. You didn't even care. Yeah, what do you call, ditches. You can go there where they dug the ditch out, and it's just sheer rock once you go down like a foot, maybe 2 feet in some places, which is actually bad. So we have to add a lot of stuff on top of it. That's probably why raised bed probably be best around here, because some roots go down pretty far, so I don't know. I really want to get like a 30 by 40 foot silage tarp and go out there and just tarp off this garden, mow it, tarp it for 2 weeks, and then everything should die without sunlight. And then you come out here and do another spot, and then do this one, and that should be, so, because one of these, I want to put potatoes really early on, so this is the goal, to have one plot for potatoes, like about this size for like potatoes, and then another one for corn, about that size, which I'm putting corn down here next year, in this one. It's going to be a whole row of corn. And then I want another one. This one will probably be for tomatoes, peppers, and that one out here will probably be for tomatoes, peppers. Maybe not next year. I don't know. Next year, I want like 4 plots. I want one for corn, one for potatoes, one for tomatoes and peppers, because you don't really need that many tomatoes and peppers. I mean, you need a lot of tomatoes and not that many peppers. And then I want another one for, like, I want like a really like big area for viney stuff. Like, I want to grow like 2 or 3 rows of pumpkins, 2 or 3 rows of summer squash or winter squash, and then like watermelons. I want to grow watermelons, pumpkins, and winter squash. But they are and sweet potatoes. They are very viney, so I need a lot more room to grow enough to get us through until next year. You know, that's the point. I want to grow like, I want to be able to get to the point where I'm growing like at least 60% of our food from the garden. You know, and then we got this dehydrator. We haven't used it hardly because, well, I was planning on dehydrating a bunch of greens, like leafy stuff like kale and stuff. We didn't get nothing this year. Yeah, that garden would be, like, half that garden would be tomatoes and peppers, and the other half would be cabbages, broccoli, kale, that sort of stuff. Yeah, but it didn't happen this year. We need one more plot, maybe 2 more plots, honestly. But, yeah. Anyway, guys, never going to be complaining. I'll probably have to do 2 30 by 40 foot rows for all the cabbages, or all the viney stuff, because you do one for sweet potatoes, one for pumpkins, do sweet potato pumpkins, and the other one do watermelons and sweet potatoes, and another one. Look, they made it all the way to the kitchen. You guys are exploring way too much. Anyway, well, sorry, kitty, I didn't freak you out. Why did you freak out for? Anyways, guys, I'll talk to you guys in a few minutes. I'm in the vlog. Hi, guys, I'm back. Doing a vlog. Didn't really tell you, but basically been talking about the garden all day. Took my dog for a walk up the road. Showed you guys the garden, how bad it looks. This one I hear is savable if I go out there. Probably not tomorrow. I'm going to try to cut grass tomorrow because it's supposed to be... We got like 3 days where it's not going to rain, so I'm probably going to cut grass tomorrow. And then the next day, I'm going to go out there and stir hoe that garden, get the grass out there. And it should be good to go after that, hopefully. Or it should be good for another couple weeks. I should be out there more, but it's been raining every single day, and it's really hot when it's not raining. It's just a pain in the butt this year. I don't know what's going on. But anyways, guys, talk to you guys. Oh, the good thing about this year is since we had bad garden, I've been planting a lot of trees. So next year we'll have a bunch of trees. Well, we won't really have anything to eat off these trees for like 5 years, but the orchard is doing great. And except for our peach tree, it's dying. I don't know what's wrong with it. It came back a little bit, but it's not looking too good, and I have no idea what's wrong with it. But I planted 2 mulberry trees. They're going absolutely ballistic. My pawpaw trees, they're in the house. I'm going to plant them next spring. But, yeah. Anyways, guys, I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. So roll the outro. I'm going to tell you guys, thank you for making this far in the video. It really means a lot. If you want to watch more of me, you can click one of these 2 videos, or you can subscribe, or do all 3, or do none. It doesn't matter. Anyway, guys, I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. So